Hello, good morning everyone. I am Jelma I. Alerico from BTL Ed3 Home Economics. And this morning, I am going to show you the interview of my senior high school advisor, Miss Jen Irene Tumampos. But since it's pandemic, I've decided to conduct it via online platforms through Messenger.
We got history, got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could've happened or what could've been. Finally your face, I know ain't that a sight to see. Take my time, then take your clothes off one more.
What are the best practices that you are using and utilizing various learning materials? One of the best practice that I consider effective during this pandemic time is that I will let my students read and review the modules that I distributed weekly. I will no longer retrieve the modules for the week only, their answers, in the way the students have the chance to scan their modules whenever I give them a short quiz or summative test. What are the major aspects that must be considered in using teaching or learning materials? One thing that I consider most when I craft my modules in the learning styles of my students if they are able to fully understand my activities. So for this matter, I contextualize and prepare differentiated instructions in the modules to fit in their learning styles. In that way, I am confident to myself that I am delivering my lessons effectively at home. And also, we have Messenger group chats for their clarifications and questions. Now, let's proceed to my third questions. How do you select learning materials for a certain lesson? What are your criteria in selecting? I always simplify and contextualize my lesson if possible in order for them to fully understand my lesson. Some of the criteria that I considered are simplified, contextualized, learning style, and use of simple words or terms. How do you utilize the learning materials to your class to have an effective teaching? Learning materials is the most effective way to let my students learn my lesson in this pandemic time. In the module, I see to it that content in my module can teach at home on my behalf. The content is sufficient enough for them to answer my activities listed in the modules, including the weekly written and the performance task. So that's all for today's video presentations. Thank you for watching and listening. God bless.